Hello, beautiful people, it's Alice. Welcome to my channel. And before we move on, please know that I'm not a coach or a mental health specialist. I always speak from my own experience, and the content of my videos represents only my personal perspective, just that. Recently, I've had a few talks with seekers, and they sometimes ask similar questions, which is natural. I had those questions too at some point, so I decided to use the space to offer my take on the topics they suggested. And the first one is related to the concept of everything being an illusion. It's all an illusion. I'd say every seeker has come across this statement. I personally got very angry every time I was trying to understand it. Deep inside, I wanted to believe it because it would mean there was a chance for me to get rid of my suffering. However, everything felt so real, so hyper-realistically real, that statement didn't make much sense. Let me make a little spoiler here. Now, my day-to-day in this form also feels real, even more real than before, more full of taste, color, sensations that can be perceived as pleasant and not so pleasant. The difference is that now I know they are an illusion, interpreted by my human body, and especially the mind, as reality. And here's the thing. You have to go deep inwards to the source, drop your identity, and see how this conscious nothingness, which we all are, turns into layers of matter that are still energy, but each time at a lower frequency, thus denser. Finally, the frequency becomes so low that even though it's energy and there is always consciousness to it, it feels like matter. As Albert Einstein said, it's physics.
Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics.
The funny thing is that the energy is conscious. Therefore, the creation is similar to a game with its rules or laws. These rules, or a set of laws, so to speak, can be understood as the matrix. Our relationship with it is carried out by the mind, and in most cases, the mind and the matrix just merge into one. This is what living in duality means, yet the mind has the capacity to hack the system. You might be told or think that humans are victims to the evil matrix, but they are victims to their own ego minds. When asked who was the biggest enemy of humanity, Carl Jung said, "The only real danger is man himself." And we're pitifully unaware of it. I personally wouldn't be so dramatic about people's not being aware of it, since being asleep is also part of the game. However, if you think your wake-up time has come, it probably would make sense to start working on your frequency, rather than trying to understand the stuff intellectually. You will only get angry. It's your elevated frequency that takes you closer and closer to the source, not your thinking effort. You do not need to be intelligent. You need to be a vibrational match to a deeper understanding. Your vibration is a mix of two things: your attention focus and how it makes you feel. The better you feel, the higher is your vibration. It's a matrix approach to choose doing over feeling or being. But self-realization is all about being. I am that I am. So it could be fun to use the obsessiveness of your mind constructively. Instead of pushing against your not being able to understand, you can obsessively look for nice things to focus on. Real, simple, nice things. Like a beautiful flower, the lovely dress that lady is wearing, the smell of rain, the taste of good coffee or bakery. A few months ago, I saw a guy at a supermarket. He was paying for a big creamy cake. The shop assistant asked him, he seemed to know the guy, so he asked him, "Is it your birthday today?" The guy laughed and said, "No, I just felt like having a cake. Why not?" See? Focusing your attention on nice or satisfying things, enjoying them. 1. Reduces your resistance. 2. Being less resistant makes it easier for your frequency to increase. But it is so simple that it seems stupid and non-effective to many of you. To me, it worked miracles. It took time and effort at first, especially since I was depressed as hell. However, over time, I could see how I moved on, matching up vibrationally with better conditions and gaining a deeper understanding of the world. As for the world, it does feel very real to me, and yet it also feels like a big illusion at the same time. Now I know where it comes from, and my perception of it can be amplified. I mean, its realness, the sense of realness can be amplified or reduced depending on what I focus my attention on. If I'm in the human mode, it's all about a wide range of physical experiences. However, despite the intensity, I cannot fully and blindly identify with a person anymore. And I think a funny side effect to that is that I regularly have a moment of, how do I put it, of seeing my body, especially my extremities, as someone else's, or like a doll's. Also, there was one time when I was giving a massage and suddenly felt as if I was standing by Alice's side, watching her work. If I choose to go inwards, to rest in my infinite being, then it's a whole another range of perceptions. So yes, all is an illusion, but probably from non-duality perspective, I wouldn't exclude this sense of realness of this illusion, especially on the level of a seeker's perceptions, because some aspects of this illusion can be used as tools to raise your frequency, for you to be able to see who you really are and how illusory the illusion is. Hopefully this serves you somehow. Anyways, feel free to drop your question in the comment section and have a nice now.